Well then, we have a few leads now. I guess we're done with the place. I think Meathead, I should bid goodbye to Cedric first. Well, that's very nice of us. And yes, we should do that. Sydney, come join us for a drink. I kinda have a funeral tomorrow. Yeah, I've got a lead to follow. Nonsense. You're not going anywhere without a drink. I was just telling Beatrice about the time you foiled Lord Banchester's insurance case. The devious disguises and ingenious methods you employed? Seti says you're even better than Hawkshaw, a real master of detection. Well, maybe I'll stay for a swift pint. That's more like it. 3 more, please, Sally, and 1 for yourself. Hours pass. I'm gonna be wasted at the funeral. Up. I won't dream tonight. Will I make it home tonight, though? I heard a voice from heaven, saying unto me, From henceforth blessed are the dead which die in the Lord. Even so saith the Spirit, for they rest from their labors. Amen. Should you need to discuss our Lord's plan further, I am in his humble service at the Church of St. Christopher, at Finsbury Circus. Thank you for coming, Sydney. I appreciate the invitation. It was a nice service, though I'm surprised by the lack of attendance. She seems like a woman with many friends. My husband felt Alice's friends would make an unseemly sight, considering their profession. I see. He would have preferred it if neither of us attended. Lest word spread that he mourned for a whore. Surely others must know that she was your sister. He has made it quite clear that I'm not to inform anyone of Alice, right from the moment he began courting me. And you obeyed? William is a good man, Sydney. Please don't think ill of him. He only has our best interests in mind. I assume he knows nothing of our latest agreement, even though he's right there and can hear us. Yes, he doesn't know I've hired you to find Alice's killer. I don't suppose he'd feel it's a wise use of his money. My money. Please, Sydney. He'd like to meet you. Be sure to visit me at my sister's flat when any new information arises. I will. So you're the private investigator. Sydney Emerson. William Marwood. Your retrieval of the necklace provided much relief for my wife, and for this I thank you. I understand you guarantee complete client confidentiality. Yes, of course. This is the standard. Good, Mr. Emerson. I should find my or Polly's name in the papers, I shall know who's responsible. I'm a master of subtlety, Mr. Marwood, a trait which clearly eludes you. Come, Polly. We haven't time for idle talk. I'm to be in Plymouth this evening. Have a safe journey. A very stern man, but I presume fair. Gravedigger. How you doing, man? Tough job, huh? All right, friend? I'm just splendid, thank you. Take a seat, won't you? It's fine. I'll stand. Can't beat the smell of wet gravestones after a shower. What ails you? So you're the gravedigger? Right you are. Very right indeed. If someone's looking for a cozy new grave, I'll be the one digging it. In and out of graves more than Lazarus, me. And you're also the groundskeeper? Correct again. I tend 'em and mend 'em. Can't be burying souls in a messy heap, can we? It looks like you've got your work cut out. Oh, no, that's the old graveyard back there. Grown over long before I started, it was. No new burials there, just for the cats and the spirits now. The spirits? Oh yes, they like a bit of privacy, you see. A notoriously shy lot. How do I get into the old graveyard? There's still a bit of path behind me. Watch out for nettles. Nettles are the worst. But they're also delicious. Should you be drinking on the job? But of course, it numbs the pain, you see. Of what my job is. The pain of casting souls into the earth and shoveling mud over them? Stinging nettles. Of course. Actual pain. Fair enough. So how's business? Don't be shy. Everything's a business if there's a demand. And this is kind of like a constant demand. We've had a fair few burials of late, haven't we? Nasty stuff, those murders. Yes, very nasty. Still, I suspect I'll have no one to bury once all of this is blown over. What with all the new medicines and the like? Yeah, all the cocaine and morphine and stuff. I suspect folk would be living to 200. 40 years should be more than enough. Anything more is just greedy. I've heard the Necropolis Railway is only running 2 services a week nowadays. That big graveyard's emptier than a blind beggar's pouch. I'm sure there will always be those without the means to access medicine. And let's hope so. Yeah, don't worry about it, dude. The business of death and dying will always be in demand. Still on a break? Until someone drops dead. I must be going now. Toodles. Oh, I like you. Toodles. Huh. I think it was the custom in those times that if prostitutes got murdered or died or something, the burial that we saw, like a single grave, a hole, was just for ceremonial purposes. They would dig them up again and just place them in like a communal hole in the ground. That's just terrifying and horrible. A secret path. The gravestones have been reclaimed by the woods. That's nice. Here lies M. Sunderland, forever waiting in our special place. That's beautiful. This is so beautiful. It's useless. Workbench. I know where to go if I have any carpentry to attend to. Its days of illumination are well and truly over. Well. I don't think anything has been burned in these for a long time. It's better left to a gardener. The foul old bed is making me feel rather uncomfortable. Let's take a nap. The day a human being has to sleep in a bed like this is a very sad one indeed. It's lined with a thick black crust. I don't think I need to carry that around. A well-stuffed head of a large fox. I don't want to take it. It's the only redeeming feature of this place. Yeah, best to leave it there so the place looks nice. So what is the purpose of this place, I wonder? The wheelbarrow is no use. It's useless. Can I take some junk? General rubbish. As I said, it's all rubbish. Okay, so there's really no point to this place. A rusty old can. I don't want it. Okay, so as far as I can tell, we can't do anything with this place yet, but we have a workbench available if we need it. And this headless child sculpture is terrifying. So let's get the hell out of here and let's mosey on our way. Ooh, cemetery. Right, so we can come back here, if need be. I don't know why we need to go to the old graveyard. This brothel, Charlie Finch's, and home. Ooh, this is gonna be a hot zone, and this is gonna be an interesting zone. Hello, ladies. She has mesmerizing eyes. Stop, you're making me blush. Hello. So you're this Emerson Beatrice has been raving about. You're far more handsome in person. Practicing your patter on me? So it's true, you really are a good detective. All compliments should be treated with suspicion. Well, I'm glad we have your suspicious mind tracking the Ripper. I hope you don't mind if I ask a few questions. You should probably start with my name. It's Annie, by the way. I'm sorry, where are my manners? Did you know Alice Fairchild well? Yes, I did. Alice was something of a big sister to me over the last year. She taught me how to retain some degree of elegance despite our profession. Did you see Alice on the night that she died? Briefly at the members club. I was on my way to meet a client. What did she talk about? This and that. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing at all? Well, actually, she did speak about a peculiar gentleman she had met earlier that night. Did she say anything in particular about him? You're far shorter than she described. How did you know? Did she mention my name? She didn't need to. She had a way with words. Don't worry, Sydney. I won't tell anybody if that's what you want. Hey, we didn't do anything. Thank you, Annie. Did Alice say anything else of note? Sorry, Sydney. That's all I remember. That's all right. Do you know Charlie Finch? Luckily, I'm not his type. Why do you ask? I suspect he has some information regarding Alice's murder. Interesting. Why didn't you pay the little bastard a visit? I intend to. Can you tell me anything else about Finch? Thankfully, I hadn't had many encounters with him. Fair enough, Annie. Thanks for the chat, and take care of yourself, Annie. It's a dangerous world out there for you lovely ladies. Why, if it isn't Sydney Emerson? Beatrice, I hope we'd cross paths again. Perhaps not quite so soon. Don't worry, my love. What happens in the members club stays down there. Until next time. I hope I wasn't too much of a cur last night. Well, you climbed on stage and gave an impromptu rendition of Tom o' Bedlam. Fell arse over tit a handful of times. And almost scuffled with an old-timer you swore was giving you the beady eye. Was he? He was a blind man. Well, it's a relief that one of us remembered my actions with painful clarity. Memory like a bank vault, me. Now what can I do for you, Sydney? No doubt on the Ripper's trail. What do you know about Charlie Finch? You've never met him? Oh, we've had more than a few run-ins. Then probably as much as you know. Angry little rotter. Owns a few gambling houses. Very short in the charm department. Is Charlie a client of yours? I've never had the pleasure. I think he prefers the daintier types. I can tell you he makes some strange requests, though. Like what? I wouldn't know myself. Why are you interested in him? I'm fairly confident that Finch was the last person to see Alice alive. If that's the case, I'll give that little rat a good thumping myself. I appreciate the offer, Beatrice, but I can't risk placing you or any of the girls in danger. I have to do this alone. I understand, Sydney, and I'll do whatever I can to help. Tell me about your brothel. How does it compare? I might not be the prettiest bawdy house in Soho, but the gin is plentiful, and the girls well-dressed, and the band always in tune. We're close-knit, like a family. Alice's death was really felt around here. Were any of the Ripper's previous victims for the street girls? Alice was the first, and I pray she's the last. I think the first 3 girls worked around Chadwell. I thought we were safe here. Can I go inside? Of course you can, my love, as long as you've got the money. To investigate, I mean, for research. No one gets in for free. Besides, I don't expect you'll find a thing. Alice never made it back here on the night she died. Anything else you can tell me about the brothel? Plenty, but it's what I'd call irrelevant. Did you enjoy last night? Did I ever? It was a right knees up. Alice would have loved every second. That's good to know. You should try and keep off the streets until this Ripper business is over. Tremendous idea. I'll become a lady of leisure and take a lovely month's holiday in the Cotswolds. Drinking tea with the Duke of Cambridge. Sydney, you're a sweetheart. A miniature Gladstone. I'm not that short. I guess they can't take time off work because they need the money. How are the rest of the girls? They've all been scared witless these last few weeks, trying to avoid alleys and dodgy punters. That's easier said than done. Of course. How about you? I'm scared, of course I am, but I can't hold my own. Anything else you can tell me? Not unless you want a crackling recipe for Pulderberry crumble. That sounds amazing. I want that recipe. Goodbye, Beatrice. So long, Sydney. Alright, Claudia, let's have a chat with you. Hello, I'm Sydney Emerson. No, it's a shilling. A shilling. Pardon me? 2 shillings. Anything. Anything. I'm sorry, but I'm not buying anything. Don't waste your time speaking to her. She's loaded to the eyeballs with opium. Claudia, you silly cow. You're making us look a mess. Perhaps this isn't the best place for her. Too bad. It's our turn to be outside and that's that. We're meant to be enticing punters inside. All she's likely to do is scare them halfway across town. Okay, so do I need to make her feel better? Like, stop doing drugs, Claudia? I don't know. Clients only, Sydney, and you don't strike me as the sort. Okay. I guess I'll go see Finchy Boy. Golden... Oh, we meet again, Mr. Musclehead. It's Finch's favorite goon, Salis. Could I bend your ear for a minute? What do you want? Wait, don't I know you from somewhere? Yeah. Who doesn't? I'm playing the lead in the latest production of The Butcher's Apprentice. Nah, that's not it. I remember, you're the Burke whose guts I was kicking in the other night. That was a good laugh, though you'd pissed yourself at one point. Luckily, I had just been. No hard feelings, mate. I ain't got anything against you. Yeah, sure, mate. Now what do you want? I need to see Charlie. It's important. Mr. Finch ain't seeing no guests anytime soon. That's fine. I'll try again tomorrow. Mr. Finch ain't seeing no one today, tomorrow, or next week. We'll be lucky if he ever leaves his house again. Why? Why isn't he leaving the house? Mr. Finch is unwell at the moment. This wouldn't have anything to do with the Ripper, would it? Why? What have you heard? I knew I should have kept my gob shut. He just hasn't been the same since that night. The night Alice was killed? I've said too much. You have. Look, all that matters is Mr. Finch's business interests are still running at top efficiency. So no one's allowed in the house? No. Well, apart from me, of course. And there's his girls. His girls? You know, laced mutton. Prostitutes, but of course. They're allowed inside with no supervision. Charlie ain't paying me enough to supervise those kind of antics. Who did you say was allowed inside? Only me and the brothel girls. Got it. So I need to disguise myself as a brothel girl. This is gonna be amazing. About the last time we met. Like I said, no hard feelings. There's no need to apologize. Oh, You've made a quick enough recovery anyway. Was it really necessary to point your toes directly between my ribs when you kicked me? Of course it was. It was my signature kick. The Salis Arrow. The Salis Arrow? Yeah, I know it's not great, but the Salis Sweeper was taken. Fair enough. No hard feelings. I guess you were just following orders. Where were that night? Where were that night? What? I'd say somewhere between your liver and kidneys. I'm well aware of that. I meant later that night. I was with Mr. Finch. Well, until he told me to piss off. Why would he do that? He called me a coward. Said I'd be as useful as a marzipan hammer if the real Ripper ever showed up. Maybe he was right. So you weren't there when the real Ripper appeared that night, leaving Charlie helpless to protect Alice. Not that he would even try. Who said Charlie was with her that night? 'Cause I know it wasn't me. I ain't speaking another word on the matter. I see. About that night. Ask all you want. I ain't saying another word. Got it, so I need to disguise myself as a woman. Don't come back. Can I go in the house? I wouldn't touch that door handle if I was you. Got it. I might do something stupid to you. Oh, it's okay, buddy. What, like tell me a bad joke? Heard the one about the Nancy with the broken spine? I can't say that I have. Do you wanna? No, that's fine. I'll be walking in the opposite direction now. Well, well, well. It's the mansion fools like myself have helped Finch buy. Lovely. I need to find a way inside. That is to say, I need to find a way to be invited inside. Yep, got it. We're gonna be a woman. Better than that, we're gonna be a prostitute. Ladies, I need a makeover. Look girls, it's saucy Sydney. Hello Sydney. Aw, the ladies love me. Beatrice, I need makeover. Just as I was starting to miss you, is Claudia always doped up? I ain't seen her sober for years. She hardly knows who or where she is most of the time. How long has she been using for? I'd say a good 6 years now. She used to be a real beauty, the envy of all of Soho. How did she get into it? Through a client? No, she was a music hall singer. Voice of an angel and well paid for it. I guess she wasn't built to resist the opium though. Now she's lucky to get a shilling a day. I still need that makeover though. So long, Sydney. Annie? What's up, Sydney? Did Annie... I can't get into Charlie Finch's. Why not? He's only taking calls from girls. I don't see how that rules you out. I don't follow. Oh, Sydney. Well-defined cheekbones. A relatively slim build. I'd even go so far as to call you highly passable. I knew it. Please tell me you're suggesting what I think you are. Please tell me you're not. Oh, but she is. A shave, a dress, a wig, and a generous slathering of rouge, and I'd say you'd be good to go. No, I'm not doing that. Why not? You've worn disguises before, haven't you? Yes, but this is different. Pretending to be next door's milkman is one thing, but this isn't quite as easy. Perhaps it's easier than you think, Sydney. Oh. Consider this a donation to get you started. Don't worry, I always keep a spare. Cheers, love. Oh. So you were. I see. How long, how did you... What do you... Try not to get overexcited. Take a deep breath and ask away. How long have you been a woman? As long as I can remember. Although I assume you're referring to my appearance, in which case, I dabbled throughout my youth. Wearing my sister's clothes and catching a few thrashings along the way. I made the decision to become a full-time Judy around a year ago, just before I began working here. Full-time. I burned every last one of my suits, no more quick changes in the lavatory. So, you're a guy. Good for you, Annie. Do your clients know? I mean, I can see how it might be a problem if they were unaware. I can always tell from the moment they start courting. They don't realize I turned them over to another girl, well, most of the time. Tell Sydney about your celebrity admirer, Annie. Shut it, Beatrice. He sends her flowers every day. We reckon he's a famous actor, but she keeps her lips well sealed. I'd rather keep them sealed than have my gob flapping off in the squeaky hinge, dawn till dusk. Fair enough, Annie. It's illegal, of course. We both know that's never stopped anyone. Besides, the police force make up some of my best clientele. Just be careful. I've survived this long just fine, Sydney. I should probably do a deeper voice for him, or her. Annie. Annie's awesome. You go, girl. Any last-minute advice? Don't worry, Sydney. You'll do just fine. Do you have any advice regarding how I should hold myself, or the like? More than you could ever know, but I'll start with the basics. Please do. When you're in that dress, your natural response will be to act the shy and chaste maiden. so as to not draw attention to yourself. You have to block this instinct out. You're a working girl now. You've got nothing to hide. Act too shy and people will start asking questions. Stand tall, understand? Understood, thank you. Where can I find the other parts to my outfit? You're the detective. I'm sure you can figure it out. I guess I have to go shopping. You wouldn't be able to apply my facial cosmetics, would you? Sorry, Sydney. I don't have any makeup with me. Why don't you try Cedric? He's been working wonders with makeup lately, and I hear you're friends. Yes, he did mention something about cosmetics yesterday. Fair enough. I knew I had to dress up as a woman. You're more than welcome. Annie, you're awesome. Take care on the streets. Okay, so I have to go back to the pub. Get my makeup on. I wonder if the arm wrestling dude is still arm wrestling with his eyes closed. No, he's gone. What a chump. What happened to the doorman? He's taken an absence of illness. It seems that daft bugger broke his wrist wrestling with a table. Is that so? Yeah, so the members club is running on the honor system until he recovers, because he's an idiot. So I can go downstairs? I won't stop you. Any more news? There's been an influx of stray cats in the city, which is good news for butchers. Oh, wonderful. My stomach is feeling very sensitive. I'd stay away from the Regent's Park eel cart in that case. It's gonna be a lot of cat delicacies. Oh, the band's gone. Everybody's gone. But Cedric is here. Always. Are we ready for round 2 then, Sydney? I'm here purely on business. Party boy. Not even a half. I mean it this time, Cedric. I've got to get to the bottom of these murders before another girl dies. There will be plenty of time for celebratory drinks after. What's in your mind? I can't help but feel that my pockets are a bit lighter. I didn't leave anything here last night, did I? Nothing except your dignity. Thank you, Cedric. Actually, you did throw a stick at a pigeon outside. You felt it would be a key event in the downfall of the monarchy. My precious stick. I was wondering where it had disappeared to. Oh, I lost my stick? Damn it. How fair is the painting? I haven't touched the canvas since last night, in all honesty. Lacking in inspiration? Yeah, I think I've drawn all I can from the city, for the time being. No doubt I shall depart London in a few days in search of new prospects. Where will you go? It wouldn't be any fun if I knew. You're a strange one, Cedric. Been up to anything else? Not really, but you'll be the first to know when I have. You mentioned something about cosmetics earlier. Ah, so you've seen the light then. Alright, I'll let you be my partner, but I retain majority control of the business and animation rights. I don't think I'm quite ready to invest yet. I was considering lending my face to your cosmetic research program. You what? I want you to put makeup on me. Oh, Sydney, I knew your time would come. Don't get too excited now. I just need to pass as a woman to get into Charlie Finch's house. Now, isn't this a considerable treat? I intend to transform your face into a work of art. Do you have the equipment with you? Well, my painting and cosmetic equipment aren't entirely dissimilar. As long as it's not lead-based, which it probably is. Let me know when you're ready and I'll get to work. I'm not ready for my makeup, but I'm ready for my makeup, Mr. Wolf Winnis. I have a wig. Great. Now get yourself a dress. I've got some snooping. Right. So I still need a dress. A fine wig, intricately crafted from human hair. Ooh, it's actually a quite expensive one. Hello, Sydney. Good afternoon, Sally. Wasn't all that singing and dancing such frightful fun? It truly was, and who'd have thought such a heavenly voice was hidden behind the bar? Thank you, Mr. Emerson. What would you like today? Do you know Charlie Finch? Would you happen to know a little rotter by the name of Charlie Finch? He's in here quite regularly, though he hardly looks old enough to drink milk. I can't say I know him personally. Any interesting news? I tend to be... okay. I thought you could tell me maybe where I could get a dress from. Thank you for the help. Maybe there's some patrons in the other rooms. Ah, Mr. Emerson. Hello, Hamway. I took your advice and swiped that shove a halfpenny board from upstairs. I believe you're owed a game. I guess? Well, that's very direct. What are your thoughts on imitating the fairer sex? While it may seem senseless merely trading one set of tribulations for another, it may prove an invaluable experiment. In fact, I dare say that if all Englishmen were made to wear a dress for a day, their wives would be all the better for it. We may even see women get the vote. Gladstone may be a liberal, but I can't see him wearing his wife's evening gown anytime soon. I lost. Blast. I've been slain. You fought a good fight. I should take my leave. Farewell, Mr. Emerson. I guess this is just a device to keep playing halfpenny, shove halfpenny. Which is nice. It's a cool game. It's a gold bar game. So I need to get me a dress. Who can help me get a dress? You know, I could just like go into the a women's dress shop, but I guess that's too smart. Nope, no women's dress shop though. Cemetery? I still don't know why we have to go here. Gravedigger. Do you have any ideas? How's the break going? It's highly agreeable. Yep, nothing new. Toodles. They've given her a great plot, at least. I am sorry. I'm sorry I was of no help. You spoke too soon, calling me a knight, even if it was in jest. Asleep like an infant while you breathed your last. You should have never saved my life. Yours was worth so much more. Poor Alice. A temporary wooden cross. I expect Polly is having a fine headstone crafted. Alice Fairchild. I wonder, would it have been different if she had never met me that night? Would she have passed him by just a minute earlier? Maybe.